For startups, process leaders, product managers, students and corporates, if you've ever been stuck in problem solving or innovating, then design thinking is definitely for you. Hi, Coach Gavin Ferns here from businessgrowthcoach.pro. Empowering entrepreneurs and business leaders and small businesses, of course, into new innovative strategies and mindful leadership. Today we're delving into the world of design thinking. A little bit about the background of design thinking. It's been around for about 20 years and I guess its start was more in a design product focused world, but of late it's become much more applicable, and the benefits are wide because it really draws upon all sorts of good tactics which can be easily deployed on a small team or a large team. Design thinking focuses on empathy mainly. It's a human-centered design approach, which basically means getting close to your ideal customer and understanding in a creative and iterative way to come up with the optimal solution for your customers' needs. I'll share insights and steps to apply design thinking, so be sure to stay to the end and you'll hopefully benefit greatly from this video. Okay, there's 5 main stages. You have 1, empathize, 2, define, 3, ideate, 4, prototype, and 5, test. Sometimes people call it iterate as well. This is what we'd call a feedback loop, and it goes around until you can step out with a solution. But we always start with empathize. Understanding users' needs for valuable insights is basically what we're trying to do. We're trying to observe and see what the insights are. For example, you'd want to get as close as possible to your end user using your product, be that in front of a screen or possibly in a workplace or with your product. Ideally, you'd want to get onto a couch with a cup of tea and in a relaxed, informal environment. I would also suggest that you go in with a set of questions which elicit insights. I used design thinking myself with a coffee app idea which I had, and I was very surprised, it has to be said, with how my assumptions were not necessarily correct. I thought that everybody would need a order ahead coffee app. It just made perfect sense to me. However, it turns out that some people actually enjoy spending time in queues, and not everyone's in a rush, and some people do like going to coffee shops just for the ambience, which I knew, but I put the wrong set of assumptions to an app which I was designing. And it wasn't until I got close to coffee drinkers, and there's many, that I was able to understand what other needs they had, and I could tailor my offering to their needs, which meant possibly my app was better in a train station, for example, where people are in a rush. Okay, so back to empathize. What you'd need to do really is get some key questions. Example questions could be, what challenges do you face with our product? Describe a recent issue with our service. What would make our product more valuable to you? What are your thoughts on current solutions? And what do you think of our competitors? Synthesize these findings and get to a core problem. That's the whole idea. You're looking at getting to that core problem. Once we get into the ideate stage, you can then brainstorm a wide range of ideas. And here you can encourage creativity. I suggest getting Post-its, and I also suggest getting people wide from your business, Because there could be somebody in, let's say, a siloed environment who knows something that's possibly affecting the customer experience at the end. So invite people from different departments and get your post-its out and throw all of these ideas, problems, any ideas, maybe even solutions as well, onto a wall. Now, once you've got this set of new ideas that you're going to work with for your customer offering, you're then going to be looking at the prototype stage. And this can be simple to create. Well, okay, so for small business workshops, and you may think to yourself, this is going to be a very expensive stage, the prototype, or for a startup, but it really doesn't. It doesn't have to be an expensive. It can be a very scaled down, even hypothetical solution to do a prototype. The idea is to create simple, tangible versions of ideas, and do small mock-ups and models. If you do have a small budget, you can do a minimum viable product. The idea is that you've got something of your new idea to go and test. Gather feedback on prototypes. So we're in stage 5. This is the last stage. And you're going to gather feedback and data. The whole idea is to understand whether this actually does work, and is it improving sales, for example, or does it have a better feedback? Yeah, so if this does work, then you can step out and you have a new solution. That's how it basically works. For example, a local gym may be thinking, why am I not getting enough customers through the door? And they decide to take some interviews with existing customers. And they define the problem that the training plans are just too generic and they're not tailored enough. So they prototype with an app, prototype small with a basic app, and then they test it with the users, and they find out that this is much more engaging for the user, and they can then deploy it on a wider scale. It could also be that you're a tech company and you have a lot of remote workers, for example, and you define the problem as collaboration is the issue. So you do your ideation session and you come up with a prototype to prototype a virtual reality environment, and you test it with a team. Does it work? That's up to you to decide, but the data will certainly come out. Okay, so that's a brief introduction into design thinking. And if you find these tips helpful, please like, subscribe, and click that bell icon for notifications when I upload another video. Just to wrap up, we've covered certain stages of empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test, and we're basically looking for insights that can turn into solutions. Check the description for more resources and tools, of course, and thanks for watching. Coach Gavin Ferns from businessgrowthcoach.pro. Any comments are appreciated, and if you have some questions or if you enjoyed, then please do give this a thumbs up. Until the next time, thank you.